And today, one of the things that we got to get done is pressure canning some chili. Bunch of chili because we got a really good deal on some of the ingredients, and we happen to have some ground beef left over. And so our chili, it's not one of those like weird chilies that's like got, I don't know, corn and all kinds of weird stuff in it. It's just a basic chili. The only thing I think that people would consider different might be that we do put some celery in there, gasp. But you could delete the celery if you didn't want the celery in it. But the recipe is in our cookbook, and there's a link down below. But pressure canning, it looks like we'll get, probably about 25 quarts, I would think. Yeah, it looks like about 25 quarts of chili. So come on over for lunch when you're ready.
What does phobos mean again, guys?
Oh, yay, Latin.
Fear.
No, it's Greek.
Greek, it's all Greek to me.
Okay, what's agoraphobia?
Like,
open space.
A phobia means a thing that you're afraid of, like, what should I do?
Bathophobia?
Bathophobia.
That's
means
the
you're
fear?
afraid of water.
No, bathophobia means you're afraid of going down the stairs.
What about if you had lactophobia? Would that be the fear of cheese?
Fear of milk?
I fear milk. So what do you got there, Hope?
It's our flashcards.
Fear.
Fear. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Which is actually, which one, what is that?
Phobophobia.
Phobophobia is the fear of fear itself.
Phobophobia?
Right.
Phobia.
What's zoophobia?
Oh.
Without looking.
The fear of animals.
Right. And claustrophobia?
Fear of colostrum.
The fear of closed, tight spaces.
The fear of closed, tight spaces.
All right, Grace. Do you feel like you're learning all kinds of stuff?
Yeah.
Well, praise God. All right, bring on the phobias. Okay, so we got our canner all loaded up. I got the water to the right level. Do not forget that splash of vinegar so that it keeps your jars nice looking. Now we're just waiting for this to come to a boil because you're really supposed to let it come to a boil for a while before you put your lid on there. The whistler dealie, the thing that spins around, the spin-arounder whistler dealie baba-madoodle. And then we can wait till our pressure gets up for this particular chili, it's 10 PSI for 90 minutes. So, yeah. I was thinking about our video yesterday on those ding-dongs in the seminary asking plants for forgiveness. And I think we got a much bigger problem than just ding-dongs asking plants for forgiveness. I mean, yes, of course, what they're doing is completely dopey and stupid and wrong. But the real question I have is, why did anybody think that that was okay? And of course, you get to a place like that over a process, right? It doesn't just happen overnight. You don't just go, well, you know what? I think that really right now outside here, it's complete darkness and there are bombers flying over the sky and there's giant worms coming up out of the ground. You don't come to a place of upside down is right side up and wrong is right and right is wrong without going through a process. However, the question I have is, when did we stop asking why? Did anybody think to ask, somewhere along the way, a logical, reasonable question like, do you think that's a good idea? Or can we measure that up to truth? or just simply, you know, what makes you think that is right? How about the pushback? How about the logic? How about the reason? You don't just get to a place where plants need to be, we need to get forgiveness from plants. You don't get there without just checking reason and logic at the door and not asking any questions. I mean, honestly, has everybody just become a bunch of yes men that says, yep, rubber stamps everything without questioning, without logic, without reason? Or is that just the way you have to get through college? And then the gatekeepers, the professors, the people that are there that have that piece of paper that you want so that you can go and move on to your life and do what you feel like you're supposed to do with your life. They've got that piece of paper. They've got control. And you can't have that life unless you say what they say you should believe. Eventually some of that stuff's going to stick. And eventually then people start praying to plants, I guess. I mean, honestly, how many of us honestly need that piece of paper that the gatekeepers have? The almighty diploma. I mean, yeah, I really do want doctors to have a good education. I really do want our future leaders to be well balanced. But how many of us have bought the lie that you got to go through the gatekeepers to have a good life? There's a cow back there. You know, I'm sick to death of hearing people say that everybody has to go to college and you should have free college and you out there should pay for my college so that I can go get that almighty piece of paper and then go back to living in my mom's basement because I can't find a job because I'm too lazy to do it. Well, not everybody's too lazy to do it. True, fair enough. Some people really have issues trying to find work and employment, and I get that. But for the most part, people just want to take anymore. They want to take. They want you to pay for it. Hey, Puzzle. There's Puzzle. They want you to do their life for them so they can just sit around and have fun. All because they got to chase that almighty piece of paper that those gatekeepers have. Well, I'm not buying it. All right, now before you guys start sending me scads and scads of hate mail, I do understand that there are some legitimate reasons that people can't get jobs, but the numbers don't lie, folks. Numbers and statistics don't lie. And the truth of the matter is, while there are a lot of people who could get work, could get jobs, could be out there doing the thing that they went to school for, racked up all that debt for, they're not doing it for whatever reason. Maybe it's, maybe they don't feel like they can. Maybe they can't find a job. Maybe they tried for a week and couldn't find a job. But the reality is, most of them just aren't working. Well, that's okay, except I don't want to pay for them. And Puzzle doesn't want to pay for them either. Now, do you, Puzzle? Nope. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody wants to... Here, I got something for you, Puzzle. Somebody doesn't want to work, fine. Don't work. I got no problem with that. But don't expect me or Puzzle to pay for it. If you don't want to work, fine. Do what God's telling you to do. Hey, be nice. Be nice, dude. There you go. But why should I have to pay for it? I shouldn't have to pay for it. Now, again, just to be clear, I'm not talking about people who can't work. I'm talking about people who won't work. Not can't, but won't. Not can't, but won't. Okay, school day done. Did you guys have an exciting day?
It's thrilling.
You look overjoyed to be teaching the children.
We were talking about Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Grape.
Alexander the Grape, yes.
He's very saucy,
Right.
delicious.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's all we did.
The
No,
end.
not really.
I don't know if you can see this, people, but our time's up. But just took these jars out and it's still boiling. And you have to be very careful with these jars at this stage of the game. You don't really mess with it. You just kind of let them do their thing.
Yep.
And they do their thing.
Yep. You just got to let them sit and don't mess with them. We do take them out of the canner. You can leave them in the canner until it's completely cool. But we have another run that we've got to do, so you can
Probably
take them out.
2 runs.
Probably 2 runs, but we gotta get another one going here in a little bit. So.
All right, well, all in all, we got a bunch done. We got most of the fence line trimmed. I think Mama's finishing up just a little bit over there on the west side, and got this horrendous embarrassment of a garden knocked down. Well, you guys heard about that whole thing. Choices, 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 you know. One choice leads to another, and all of a sudden you've got a garden that's taller than you. And not in a good way. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff knocked down, a bunch of stuff done, and the machines getting ready for winter. And I'm telling you, man, it's coming. Snow's on the way. The white death is creeping around the corner. So all in all, I cannot speak to the pleasure or displeasure of the chicken, although I would imagine they were probably happier.
Yeah, I think so.
But we didn't. Oh, Macy's.
No, just ignore her.
She's going the distance
Just
right
ignore
now.
her.
She's like, I'm proud here.
She's got that scowl on her face.
She's got the face.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other side to things was we have these chickens for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
We take care of them and they take care of us.
Yes.
And they were no longer taking care of us.
No, we couldn't find the eggs. So.
That, and there was another problem. They were pooping everywhere in the barn. They would get into the barn and they'd poop everywhere, all over the hay, all over where you walk. It was slimy and gross, and that's no bueno.
Well,
bueno.
Time out. There's going to be poo in the barn. It's inevitable.
But not where.
Not chicken poo everywhere. It was insane.
You can manage poo elsewhere.
Well, and chicken
This
poo
was unmanageable poo.
Chicken poo is hard to clean up, you know?
Yeah.
So, with that said, we will probably make a bigger run.
Yep.
Much bigger run for them in the spring.
Yep.
But it will be enclosed.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this whole area would be a good spot.
Well, the run that they have right now is abnormally large for most flocks.
Right.
This size.
Right.
We just were like, hey, we got the space, let them have it.
Right.
You know, it wasn't something we needed to use. So it was kind of just like, you know, normally a flock our size, honestly, would probably need only about 1/8 of what we have.
Right, but
It was like, why not?
Right.
But I think I want to make it even a little bit bigger, since we're not losing any animals.
We're not losing any. Nope.
Knock on wood.
Right.
Well, back to the frivolity and fun of watching us work.
Whistle while we work. All right, folks, there it is. Another day in the frivolity of Big Family Homestead. I think.
You rolled your eyes when you said that.
Did the frivolity?
You went,
I sure did, didn't I? Should I do that again?
No, let them see what you really think of this.
The frivolity. I think that's
No, show them what you really think.
Don't.
It's too late.
Okay, so anyway, y'all have an amazing day.